I've tried to record this video several times, so please just bear with me. This video is going to be divided into a couple parts. There's going to be the tribute for Illy, there's going to be the Discord submissions from her community and friends, and then there's also going to be the VR speeches that we had for the memorial service that was held. I wanted to say thank you for the time you gave us. Thank you, Illy, for everything you did. Your laughter, your kindness, and your hope and inspiration through everything you went through inspired so many people, including myself. You also helped me accept my own chronic issues, and I really appreciate that. Thank you, Illy. If anybody would like to support the charities for Illy and her mom, they'll be linked down below. Thank you everyone who helped come together to make this video. I want this to be a celebration for Illy's life, and to show her and everyone else how much she was loved and how much of an impact she made on everybody's lives. Thank you.
Oh, hold back tears. I just want to say thank you. Just for always speaking so sweetly about me in the comments. Me and my mum. You know, I may be the person with the illness, but my mum's the one that looks after me and witnesses all of that firsthand. And the last 2 years have been a very, very scary 2 years.
Yeah, I think everyone can see how much your mom puts into it and cares about you.
Yeah, you've all noticed that I've not been around a lot. And you know, we joke and giggle about it, and even right now, joking and giggling about it, because there's nothing else you can really do. And yeah, you can have moments where you let it hurt and you let it make you cry, but you just keep going, because even if you ask yourself, why am I still fighting, you think of moments like this and it keeps you going.
Nice shirt.
Thank you. I made it myself.
Got a lot of D's on it.
A lot of D's. Not.
There it is. There it is. I knew I could make you do it.
Hey, my name is Illy and I'm a little silly. I'm maybe Scottish, but I'm also a little hottish. Watch me drop the beat.
Illy the kitty, do you mind barking for us today?
Does she have uncontrollable spasms?
I really like pineapple, but I think vinegar tastes better.
Drumsy's amazing. It's his birthday tomorrow.
Orange.
That wasn't a question. The questions haven't started yet. Illy, you hear that? Everything's gonna be okay. What is your name?
Whee!
A found a race car. Truck go. Ellie go.
When you
Now
Google
I'm just-
dementia and all the links are purple.
Teacher?
Yeah.
If you're American when you go to the bathroom, and you're American when you come out of the bathroom, what are you while you're in the bathroom? European. I can smell you. Time to drink!
What you dreaming about?
Horsey go nay!
Hey Drumsy, look! I'm a unicorn.
I'm gonna swing from the chandelier!
What other animals can you do?
Hey look, I can be my dad!
A hiccup! It was just a hiccup!
It was a hiccup!
It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
Hi, my name is Illy. Thanks for coming to my concert. Tonight I'm gonna sing a little song that I wrote. Wow, I can't believe so many of you showed up for this.
We love you. We love you, Illy.
Nice to know my friends are here to support me. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you.
Music ends perfectly on time.
Yeah, any final words, Illy?
To all y'all in the comments that are currently dealing with your own chronic illnesses and just all the health stuff, it's scary, but you've got this. You seriously, you've got this, and I know you do, because if I can somehow handle all of this shit, then you can too. And that's something that people would say to me, like, if I can handle this, you can handle this, Illy. And now that's been proven to me. It's clear that you guys can as well. So never give up, okay? Because it's really important to keep fighting, especially nowadays. There's so much waiting around the corner, medical enhancements, and I think that there's a good future ahead of us chronically ill people.
Hi Illy, I wish I got to know you, and I would like to say thank you for helping me through some bad times, and you will be missed. I just hope up there in the twilight night sky they have cold iron brew, because we both know that warm iron brew is bad. And I pray for them because they are with the most kind-hearted, and I'm not saying goodbye, but I would say thank you and fly high, Illy. I hope we meet you in the next life. You will be missed, Scottish lass. I hope to see you in the next life. Thanks for traveling the vast stars with me over no man's sky and cheering me up when I was down. Thank you for all the amazing laughter and joy you've given all of us for so long. Illy, you placed yourself deep in people's hearts. You're one of a kind and special. You made me and many others laugh and cry. It was heartbreaking to watch you go. It was sorrowful to know that you cared about all of us. Thank you, Illy. Rest well. I never got to meet you, but watching you fight through your hardships and enjoy your time while you could, even though everything was fighting against you, was a huge inspiration. And your weird, silly, and dark humor got me through a lot of tough times. I hope wherever you are, you're resting well, and I wish to spread even a fraction of your love, happiness, and laughter to others all around. We miss you, Illy. Fly high. While I never knew you in real life, I knew enough from the videos you were in to know you're one of the best people to know. Thank you for everything you did. Illy, you made a lot of people laugh throughout the years, and you've brought all of us joy in our lives. I know I can't speak for everyone, but for me, you've helped me through some rough times in my life through Drumsy's videos, and I can't thank you enough for that. I never got to meet you, but if I had the chance to, all I would be able to say is thank you. I know you didn't get to live a long, happy life, but the time you did have, you made the absolute most of it, and I hope you rest peacefully, and I hope to see you in another life. I may have not met you in real life, but you were always someone who put on a strong face and always seemed to have a smile. I wish you luck in the afterlife, and I hope Illy's mom the best of wishes, and I hope she and Drumsy still talk afterwards. Illy, while I may not have met you in real life, what I do know of you is that you are a great person, someone who always put others before herself, someone who always brightened the room she was in with a joke. It is heartbreaking what happened. I hope you're living a happy immortality. Death really doesn't discriminate. I never got to meet you, but I think that's life's way of protecting me. Rest well, hun. You fought well. I'm proud of you. I wish I had gotten the chance to meet you. You were such a bright and fun person, infecting everyone you appeared with the same sense of joy, including myself from behind the screen, and you will continue to do so. I hope what lies beyond is as wondrous and amazing as you are. Much love. Thank you, Illy, so much for taking care of my best friend, my partner in life. Thank you for being the bright light you were to both of us when we spoke with you. We wish we could have said goodbye face to face, but time didn't get us together before your farewell. Always our loveliest Scottish, from those who love you. I had planned to meet Illy in VR chat, but never got the chance to due to my own personal events. She had a wonderful personality which showed in her clips with Drumsy and on her social media. I bet if circumstances were different and I had met, we could have been friends. You led me to becoming more accepting of my own conditions, some of which we even shared. You made an impact on many people's lives, including mine. I may not have been able to be there for you, but as I plan to return to studying nursing, I hope I can potentially be there for someone else. Rest in peace, Illy/Katie. You will be missed, but not forgotten. May the Valkyries guide you through the afterlife, Illy. Your courage and strength are an inspiration for all. Your fight was tough, and you fought beautifully and valiantly. You have earned your rest. May you watch over us and guide us through our journey and through our fights. You are a light barrier. May your light guide us through the coldest, darkest nights to light and warmth of tomorrow. Rest in peace, Illy. You earned it. Do not worry about us. Your light will guide us. I wish I could have met her at Comic-Con. It would have been an honor, but in my head I thought I would meet her again this year for Comic-Con Scotland, but sadly no. Take care of my friend Luga as well. He passed away on the 9th. He was a Twitch streamer just like you, Illy, who loved to bring smiles to all he was, also the one that helped me make loads more friends, so make him smile too. Rest well and keep watching us. I never really knew you that much, and I wish I had gotten to meet you, but even still, I wish you a very happy rest, and I'll see you in the afterlife. Good night, Illy, and thank you for everything you've done, and for all the joy and happiness you brought to me. So long, and good night. Thank you for all the laughs. I miss you, and I'll set a place for you at Burns Night. Rest in peace. We'll never forget your wheezing laugh. If there's an afterlife, I'll smack you for leaving us so early, but I will suggest a hug and an apology for making everyone happier with your presence, as well as leaving amazing memories behind. Hope you are in a better place now. We will miss you. While I never got the chance to meet you, I fell in love with your personality instantly, Illy. I remember the very first Drumsy video I saw you in when you had your pastel-colored avatar. That's actually when I started following. Every wheezy laugh and every dark joke brought some light to my life. I found you in a time during my life when I wasn't sure how long I could keep pushing, but here I am today thanks to you and others. I will miss you for a lifetime, you Scottish legend you. Rest easy, Illy. Thank you for forcing me to laugh every time I saw you on screen. You'll be missed forever until the end of time. We will miss you, Illy. When the pandemic came, I was left behind. Everyone moved fast online and I couldn't catch up with everyone and my classmates, and then I was ostracized. I couldn't function and interact with people unfiltered. I burned my time watching Korean ASMR labor videos, and I came across Drumsy's VR chat videos and I heard a loud, vulgar clip of you. It was fun watching your videos and tuning into Drumsy's VR chat adventures that you were in. Of course, I took a break from watching, but after I heard the news, I was heartbroken and watched every video that I missed. I'm heartbroken. You acting as yourself helped me face people properly and not worry about what they think. Watching your videos slowly helped me meet new people who would never hide under a fake personality, to be real, to be genuine and authentic, because life is not worth living timidly and fake. I also learned from this that there is still time for me. There is no time for the people that cared for me, so I will cherish every moment with them and I will keep them as a memory of you on my wall, as one of the people that inspired me. Wherever your spirit went, I hope it reaches a place where you can enjoy life to the fullest again. See you again. Thank you, Illy, for bringing me a smile when I was at my lowest. You got me through a lot of bad times. I'm deeply sad that I'll never get to meet you. Thank you, Illy, for showing me that being yourself 100%, doing what you aspire to do, and enjoying life, all with dealing with tremendous pain, isn't impossible. You will always be a symbol of freedom and resilience in my life. Rest in paradise, Illy. Watching those last videos as they came out, I can only imagine her getting better. She'll always be there in spirit wherever the laughter is. Thank you for getting me through tough times and making me laugh while watching every Drumsy video you were in. I always looked forward to watching Drumsy videos you were in. Rest in peace, Illy. You will never be forgotten. I hope wherever she is, she can see how much good she brought into people's lives. She was truly one in a million. Thank you, Illy, for being in my life and letting me be in yours. I found you by chance and I fell in love with you and your Scottish charm. Thank you for all you have done, all the hope you brought into everyone's lives. Thank you for all your drawings. Thank you for so many wonderful memories and friendship. Rest in peace, you beautiful Scottish kitty. I'll never forget you until we meet again on the other side. Katie. We were there to lean on each other through the pandemic and the many other events that swept through our lives over the past 6 years. I'm so thankful we had each other through those times. The many games we played and laughs we shared warm my heart to this day. Our Roman Empire will remain Stonehearth being the perfect game besides the fact it never worked after 3 hours of playtime. I will miss discussing our favorite cozy games and art with you. Without you, Katie, I wouldn't have the friends and support system I have today. I can genuinely say I don't know where I'd be without the mark you left on my life, and I am glad that the others and myself were able to be there for you through everything. All you ever wanted was friendly company. You taught me so much about resilience and joy that will be with me forever. I'm happy I'll be able to take that piece of you with me every day. Despite everything, it helps fill that hollowness. I pray for the best for your mother. From her radiates the same love and kindness you once had. There was never any doubt you two came from the same tree. You two have been through so much, and she deserves the peace and safety you two were pursuing before you left us. She is on my mind as much as you are. Thank you for everything. I wouldn't be who I am today if I hadn't met you, Katie. I miss you. Always reminded of you, Alexis.
So I'm going to try and say this without crying. I got a chance to play maps with Illy in VR chat a few times. When I met her, she was the most amazing person, most nicest person I've ever met. And I loved watching her on Drumsy's channel, and we all share memories that we could all share about Illy. A lot of people haven't met her in VR chat, but a lot of us have seen her in YouTube through Drumsy's channel. As much as it hurts to say, we will always miss her. There's not a time of the day where we will not think about her. She has changed a lot of people's lives, and for that I am grateful to have known her, and for those of you that got to watch her through Drumsy's channel. I'm over here about to tear up, so I'm going to make this fast. We love you and everything you have done for us, and we hope to see you again someday in the afterlife. Thank you for everything.
I didn't know Illy personally. I never really got the chance to talk with her. I've interacted with her a few times on Twitter and in the old server. I became inspired by her, by how openly she was dealing with her illness and the constant reminder of her own mortality in a very public and open space for everyone to see. She used the short time she had on this earth to spread a message of hope, fearlessness, and love for one another. She showed me that no matter what you may be dealing with, you can live life no matter how hopeless things seem, and that it's okay to be afraid of what's coming next, but whatever you do, you don't let your fears become your life, because when you do, that's when you've truly given up. Illy didn't give up. In the face of the inevitable, she still kept fighting, and she may have left us, but no one is truly gone as long as their memory is in our hearts and in our minds. Illy's story is going to continue to encourage people for years and years to come. She's not gone. She's here. She's with all of us. She's shouting at us all to just keep going, keep fighting. That's what we have to do for her. Illy gave us her best. We should give her our best in her memory.
So yeah, this is a message for Illy. Hey Illy, let's just start with the obvious. I really miss you. You were one of the best friends I've ever had, and you know, talking to you, knowing you, it gave me comfort when shit was rough, and it gave me energy. Always having these little chats with you about anything really, from the cute girls that I'm dating till literally just talking about creative stuff, about your art, about your current glam rock Freddy or fucking Springtrap obsession. I miss all of it already so much, and I'm gonna miss it for the rest of my life, and that's something I'm struggling with a lot right now. I'm proud of you. You already did so much. You've reached so many people. You've inspired so many people, despite whatever you were going through yourself. You know, cystic fibrosis, but then it ultimately also cost your life. It's not easy. It's hard. It's a horrible disease. You've talked me through it. I've seen you take your medicine. I've heard how much you struggled sometimes, and despite all of that, you were there to support me, support other people, support anyone who needed it, be there and make people happy, and I'm so proud of you for that. And I'm so sad I don't get to say that to you in person anymore. I'm gonna miss hanging out with you a lot. I'm gonna miss talking in VC, and funnily enough, I'm gonna miss hearing all the random bullshit that was always in the background of you when I was talking with you. For some godforsaken reason, you always had videos playing about the most random shit or music in the background, and it was really quite overwhelming, but in a good way. Despite it being annoying, sometimes I do miss it. I miss your presence, I miss your energy, I miss your chaotic nature, I miss all of you, girl. I miss one of my best friends. And I don't really know what I should do now that you're not here anymore. Whenever something cool happened in my life, I could always let you know, and you'd be there to support me. And the other way around as well. Whenever something cool happened, I'd want to hear about it. I'd want to talk to you about it. I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss your presence. I don't know really what else to say. I'm gonna forever cherish all the time we spent together, and I'm gonna make sure, along with Drumsy and everyone else, that no one ever forgets you. How could they? You're way too fucking loud. I can pretty much stare at your echo. You're like my best friend, and I'm really going to miss you, girl. I wish I could have just told you I love you, give you a big hug, tell you how proud I am of you in person, but I never got the chance. I'm gonna regret that for the rest of my life, that I didn't get to say bye to you in person. I don't know really what else to say. If there is an afterlife or something like that, you better come back here to haunt my ass, because it's gonna be way too f***ing boring without you. I'm gonna miss you. I'll never forget you. Bye.
Hey there, so I am It's Joker Games, and I just want to thank everybody for coming on tonight. I know this isn't easy for some people to be here, but it really means a lot that we're all here together. We're here for Illy, and a lot of us knew her in different ways, different worlds, different moments, different memories, and somehow she still brought people together just like this. She dealt with a lot more than most people have ever known, and even then, she still showed up. She still played, laughed, created, and just existed with us. In this space, in these games, and in these worlds, they're real in the ways that matter. The connections are real, and Illy was real to us. She wasn't just somebody online. She was a friend. Tonight isn't about saying the perfect thing, because honestly, there isn't one. It's just about taking a moment and remember that she was here, and that she mattered. So we've had a few moments, we've had no talking, and it was just a peaceful, beautiful moment for Illy. So Illy, thank you so much for the memories that you've given us. Thank you so much for being a part of our lives, even if it was for a short time. You are missed, and you will never be forgotten.
Name's Kiro, Puppy Kiro, KWD, back in the past. Been friends with Illy for 5 to 6 years. It's kind of tough talking about this, because she found me at my lowest. At the time, I didn't have much friends, or it was during the breakup. I pushed everyone away. Everyone pestered me to join parties and stuff, so I joined a lobby randomly. Met her off a couple friends. Ever since I met her that day, she kind of changed my life. I felt like I was at peace, be myself again. She showed a lot of people how we could reconnect with each other again. No matter what she was going through, she still put friends over herself. She always cared for everybody, no matter what. Thank you, Illy, for being part of my life.
Hi, I am Cute Angel Dust. I never knew Illy as a personal friend, but I've seen a lot of Drumsy videos. I've seen a lot of her videos with Drumsy. She was a funny girl. She was a funny, kind, chaotic. There's I don't know words to describe her. A lot of them is happy words to describe her. But she'll never be forgotten of who she was, what she did to the VR chat community, but what she done for all of her personal friends, all of her staff, for everyone who supported her. Thank you for supporting her. And as they all say, she'll be an honor.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ninja One Golden. So, thanks for everyone to being here. So, I don't know much about Illy when I recognized the name before when I was at work. Illy was close friend from Drumsy. She's very sweet and kind, and she is the fun person for the entire life, and people actually loving her. And VR chat is not only playing the game. VR chat is our home. It is her home. She has family. She has friends support her. Support her. I've been coming here basically 6 times. The same grave, same spot, and she changed people's life. And basically, what's better? And we love Lily. Lily is a great person, and at least a lot of people make her laugh. She happy. She have wonderful life. I hope, guys, thank you for coming. I also thank you guys for supporting her.
Hello, I'm Hero Silas. I would like to thank everyone who pushed me forward. I'd like to thank Illy for whenever I was in a dark place. I had stumbled upon her video when I was a very young kid. I was very, very sad, and it was very hard for me to be very social. She was actually the main reason why I had gotten a VR headset, because it pushed me into wanting to meet other people, and I was very diminished into thinking about what I wanted to do for my future. Without Illy, I would have never met the people that I know now. I wouldn't have been as nice as I am now. I would have never wanted to do the things that I'm doing now. If it wasn't for her, I would have never have pursued my dreams of music or art and actually doing things that would help others. She was a very kind person, a very generous person. She could never kill a vibe. She always bounced right up whenever around certain people, and it really was an inspiration for me. I know that she left a legacy for everyone to fall back on, and I hope that one day we can be proof of that legacy. And one day I hope to be her living legacy as not someone who personally knew her, but as someone who wanted to show the change that she did for everyone. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not really good with these types of things. I fully expect myself to kind of break down a little bit here, but I ended up kind of joining Illy's server and ended up meeting her in person when we all kind of like collectively met at the Glasgow Comic Convention. If you don't know, I also live in Scotland. I also live in Scotland as well. I live in Glasgow. And after that, I kept in contact with Illy, mainly through DMs and everything, and got to know her as a person. There's a lot that Illy obviously was suffering from with her illness, and with her streaming, that was like a main way for her to like express herself. And clearly, with the amount of people that are here, she managed to reach like a lot of people, and she meant a lot to a lot of people, myself included. There was a couple times, obviously, because she would always say that she hadn't done like hadn't got to do certain things that she always wanted to do, and there was a couple times that she came out to Glasgow, and we basically went out. I tried to basically go and take her to this video game bar at one point in the night, but we didn't. We got rejected because she had didn't have the right ID that the guy would accept, which was a bit ridiculous. But we chilled and basically went back and just played video games and watched a movie for the night. She managed to experience the subway in Glasgow for the first time, and we also went to a concert together as well in Edinburgh. And honestly, just seeing how happy she was at these, I'm really glad that she got to experience those things, considering the short time that she's clearly been with us. I've only known her since 2019, but yeah, like I said, I'm not really good with these types of things. I managed to see her at least one last time this year when I was heading over to England for a bit. I stopped in Edinburgh. She was unfortunately in the hospital at the time, and I at least managed to chat with her and hang out with her for a good chunk of the afternoon before I had to head off and catch my train. We tried meeting up again to potentially go to a Living Tombstone concert, but obviously by that point she wasn't well enough to be able to make the trip up to Glasgow with her mom. So yeah, the last I heard of her was in DMs before I found out the news. I'm just really proud of what she was able to do with the limitations as well. And clearly with all you being here, this shows for it. And I'm wishing her family the best, her mom the best. God knows can't imagine what she's going through at the moment. And yeah, I'm gonna miss her.
My name is Scasa, and I just want to say thank you to Ellie because she just made you laugh to the point that you were in literal tears, and just the way she was as a person, she was just so kind and caring towards others. She was just so out there, and to me, Ellie, she literally inspired me to do my own thing and just go out there and talk to people and kind of make my own content too, and it's all kind of thanks to Illy as to why I've been doing what I do. And whilst before I was kind of quiet, shy, I didn't really talk to anybody, but ever since I found about Illy, she's just made everything to me so much better. And I just want to say to her mum, like, my heart literally goes out to her mum because I'm a parent myself, so my heart literally goes out to her mother. And I just want to say thank you to Illy.
My name is Crathio. I started watching Drumsy back in 2016 when I was in middle school, and then Illy became like one of the usual people, and she became like my favorite person in the entire crew. And in 2023, I luckily got to meet her a couple of times through a friend, and she was like one of the life of the party. She was always like the loudest as well, like even what she was going through. I was going through rough stuff at the time, and even though she was going through all that pain, she was laughing and smiling, so it inspired me to stay on the bright side as well. And it's not going to be the same without her. And I wish her family and her friends the best of luck of this year and the rest of their lives.
So you probably know me as Hoot Wireless or by my YouTube channel, Brandoken Video TV. I made that 13-minute long tribute video to Illy. Rest in peace, Illy. I just wanted to say that I am very thankful for Illy as a content creator, as well as Drumsy as a whole, as they mean a lot to me. They helped me get through the COVID-19 pandemic. And, you know, I loved watching Drumsy's videos, and Illy was always my favorite. You know, she was like, I saw her as an idol back then because she was just such an inspiring person. She honestly taught me how to, like, that being myself is okay, and I should be able to let out my true feelings and true colors, even when not everyone's going to like me. And that's something that I feel like I needed to know and learn in my life. And Illy was just always just such an entertaining and funny and positive person, and we need more people like Illy in today's world. So to have her gone is really upsetting, but you know, her legacy will live on. And you know, for everything she's done in only 23 years, 24 years is very impressive that she was able to accomplish so much. So her legacy will definitely be remembered, and her spirit will definitely carry on.
I'm not exactly prepared for this. Didn't really know we would be doing speeches, but here we go. Instead of focusing on what Illy meant to me, which is a lot, you know, almost, I believe, 9 years of friendship between us, sometime around 2016, 2017. We had met on the Hell app Amino, which was a time in itself. Instead, I want to focus on what all of her fans meant to her. Sorry. I remember back then, before any of this, before she had even met Drumsy, she opened up to me about how difficult it was living knowing that she will die young. And she was very open about that with me. And she spoke about how she wasn't really sure what point she had living on when she knew she would be dying so young anyway. And that was difficult to hear back then, but I think it's amazing how if you had asked her again in this future where she had met Drumsy and she had all of this and she had all of you, the same question of how do you feel? Sorry, just you all meant so much to her and it gave her something more to look forward to in her life. You guys gave her life in a way that nothing else could have. So I just want to say thank you to all of her fans, even if you did not personally know her, like some of her friends did, like I did, and like many others did. Just know that you and your support really, really meant a lot to her. Sorry, thank you.
I'm not really good with speeches. I'll just kind of wing it. I knew Illy for a very brief point in my life. Primarily, I saw her semi-actively 2020 to 2022-ish, but speaking to her, she just lit up the room. It was just amazing to talk to someone just so full of life and just so happy about everything. And it just, her community has just one of the best I've been in. I went from the lowest point in my life to the highest. I met some of my closest friends. They made me realize who I am as a person. I simply could not thank her enough for that. There's not really words to describe it. The legacy she leaves behind is immense. I mean, just look at everyone here. All I can say past that is we're all going to miss her a lot. I don't really say much other than that.
Okay, so hi, my name is Nishi, and I've met Illy way back. I can't even tell how long ago it was, but I've only knew her briefly because unfortunately due to my own stuff happening in life, our contact just kind of fell apart. Even though she tried to reach out to me, which I will forever appreciate, and I will be forever sorry to her for not trying to reconnect. Not gonna lie, when I saw the news, my heart dropped. Because I knew the world has lost a beautiful person. Like the chaotic energy she always brought whenever and wherever she was. It was amazing. She lit up every room she was in. Like, it was never a bad time when she was around. And I've had, I would say, an honor to just talk on either on VR chat or on voice chats on Discord a few times, and it was always a blast. They say that people only truly die when people forget about them. Therefore, Illy will live forever through our memories, through her legacy. I guess the only other things that I have to say is, again, Illy, if you can hear me somehow, I'm sorry that I never came back to the server before, but thank you for the few memories we do have, and for everything you did, despite all the stuff you have had going on with your life and your health. You did brought a lot of smiles to a lot of people, and everyone is so thankful for that. So, thank you, and rest easy.
I would like to say I didn't really get to meet Illy, but watched a lot of the videos with her in them and all, and there's times that I was real down low, and I just came across her video one day, and it just had me to like where I was actually in a better mood seeing her having these issues, but she's not showing it to everybody, but making it to where she's actually having people happy and all. I wish I could have met her from her videos, the comments I've seen on her videos and all. She's touched a lot of people, and like everyone says, she's not gone into as long as we keep her memory around. Thank you.
Like a lot of people, I got to know about Illy through being a hilarious, sweet Scottish girl online, watching the videos. I joined her server, and I hope she understood just how profoundly she changed a lot of people's lives. Thanks to her, the time I had nothing, I found the people I can call family today. And over the years that I was there, I had the privilege to sparingly talk with her, get to know her. Because of her, I quite literally have a family. I created myself today. I have the people I got to meet and give talks. Close to the end, had the privilege of making friends with her. She helped me through a tough time where I lost a friend during Suicide Awareness Month. And she did her best to try and bring awareness to this, and even though she's always been struggling with her own problems, and she tried to help however she could despite that. He's always time speaking with her or hoping that she was okay. always just lit up everyone's day just talking with her. And just talking with her just feels like you've been friends for years because of how comfortable she can make you and how happy she was. And it takes a lot of strength to continue being that happy with so much to handle. And I can't really say just how grateful I am for everything. I have a family because of her. I have the friends that I also consider my family now. He tried to help me in a really hard time, and I was able to be friends with such an amazing person, even if it was so short-lived. I can't say anything, but she was just amazing, and I really hope I can't say much else. Thank you.
My name's HB. I didn't have the pleasure of knowing Illy as long as others. I met her in 2024, but she still made a huge impact in my life, as she did for many others. We clicked immediately and constantly had laughs. She has made a huge impact in my life in so many ways and will be with me for the rest of my life. She made it so easy to open up to her, to feel comfortable with her and to feel welcomed. Even with everything going on, she managed to put others before her and wanted to do nothing but make everyone's day better, which has done a lot for a lot of us. Looking around, I can see that a lot of us have been touched. She has helped us in so many ways in so many communities. Even with everything she's been going through, she's not only changed my life, but also changed lives of others. I love you, Illy. We love you, and thank you for everything you have done for me, us, and multiple communities. This message is from Alex Exodius. Hey, Illy, I know you won't be able to read this, but thank you. Thank you for everything that you've done for me. Thank you for the friendship and the inspiration in the great times. I know I wasn't always the best when it came to getting projects done for you, but I'm hopefully gonna get working on something special with Drumsy to remember you. I'm going to finish your avatar too. I want to do it alongside you to make sure I got it perfect for you, but I'll finish it as a way of saying thank you. You did so much for me, for so many others, touched so many people's lives, and made so many friends who love you. We are going to miss you so much. I'm going to miss you a lot, and I'm glad we didn't get to meet in person, but I won't stop creating or working on my models. It's you that brought that spark back, and I'm going to do my best to keep it alive. For you, I'll do my best to carry on making you proud. I'll be saving you a space for our wedding. You better be there. Love you, Illy. Thank you for these past 4 years. I hope you can rest easy now. Thank you.
My name is Spicy Ice 101 or Jacob. I met Illy 7 years ago. It was like January of 2019. I actually met her in the Drumsy VC back then when she was complaining, or when she was talking about how she lost her Minecraft account and couldn't get in. So I bought her Minecraft account, and since then we've been talking. Back then was the beginning of college, so for the next 4 years I would get online like once a week or so to hang out with her. Unfortunately, after college and work, I haven't been able to hang out as much often, and I really regret that now, because I've tried to get on whenever I could to hang out with her and spend time, because every time I joined in, she'd be like, "Spicy!" and be like all excited, and I just wish I could have hung out with her more, spend more time with her. She's such a great person. She was such a great person. She was always fun to hang out with, and whenever I got to play games with her, she was always amazing, and I wish I could have spent more time with her. She and the other friends around her are like one of my only friend groups. I'm not exactly a social person. If I wasn't lucky enough to meet her back then, I probably would only have like one other online friend group and no in-person ones. Whenever I could talk to people, it usually was with her. Usually I'm not a people person, so speeches like this is hard, and spending time with people is hard, but I wish I made more of an effort now. There was times when I tried to meet her in person, but I'm in the United States and college and work makes it hard to go anywhere. And by the time I had the money and stuff to do it, she started getting a lot sicker. I just wish there was more time. Thank you.
I'm really bad at these kind of things, just speaking in general. People that know me will vouch, but
I think to me, an important thing about this is just how much all of you guys matter to her. I mean, every time I'd be in a VC with her, she wouldn't stop talking about the videos, how happy she was about how popular it all was going, the Discord server and how people were actually having conversations in there. And just in general, was just so happy. And I've even said to her, I never understood how she managed to stay just so happy with everything that was going on. But she managed to do it. And frankly, it's impressive. I mean, seeing how many people have turned up here, seeing all of the posts people put up on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, just everywhere, has just blown me away. I mean, she knew she was loved. She always talked about how nice it was to have a community behind her, giving her so much support when things went wrong with her. All the love and outpour whenever she was in the hospital from people. I mean, even when she was in the hospital beds and in called, like, I think Sammy and Hamill will know, sitting there cracking jokes whilst lying in the hospital bed. I mean, I barely missed out on actually being able to see her in person a few years ago. Again, like Sammy, because of financial issues and just pressure at home. But they did a camping trip, and she came up with the idea of jokingly having a wheelchair tipped over, and she pretends to lean out of it. And she sent that into one of our Discords, and it's just stuff like that. Her humor, just the fact that she can join a VC, and you can go from having an absolutely just horrible day to all of a sudden you're sat there laughing about the stupidest of things. A Five Nights at Freddy's avatar will just make her burst out laughing. Us bullying Draxel down there, you can't hide. But us bullying Draxel in VCs because of his height, just dumb stuff like that would make us laugh. I hear someone laughing. Just silly stuff like that make you realise that honestly, with all the stuff going on, she just never was down. I think that's what was the great thing about her. And I'm sure even now she's probably looking at people like me, Hamill, Rylan, and calling us soppy little buggers, and laughing about how we're tearing up, but at the end of the day, that's how important she was to all of us. So, just want to say thank you, everyone, for turning up. That's all I can muster up.
My name is Nuada Ravenclaw, and I'd like to tell you all a story. I never actually got to meet Illy myself, but here's how she changed my life. It was the middle of the COVID pandemic, and I was stuck in one of the worst loveless relationships of my entire life, working as a security guard, when I came across this magical little YouTube channel in one of my very few private moments. This magical YouTube channel called Drumsy. During this first video, and I had no idea what VR chat was even all about, I ended up coming across this crazy, eccentric Scottish girl that had a jump scare by some creature, and I can't remember what it was. She screamed once, ran around a hill. Then there was this magical transformation, and when she came around, all I heard was, "Get out my swamp!" And it was the most Scottish thing I'd ever seen, bagpipes and all. And the moment I saw that, I was like, that is the most funny thing I'd ever seen, and I want to be a part of that. And the next day, I got a VR headset, and I checked out VR chat for the first time. And it was then that I realized that Illy may have been one in a million, but she was also just another one of you guys. And I've never looked back, and I've loved every single moment. So thank you for her to bringing me into this crazy world that I've been a part of for a couple years now. And thank you for having me back.
I've never met Philly in real life. The only time I've ever cried this hard is when I figured out my grandpa passed. And recently, the past 4 years, I've had a lot of death in my family. A lot of very close deaths. And whenever I watched Illy in Drumsy videos, my depression, it made it a bit better. Made life doable whenever I watched those videos. Made me smile when I thought, God just hate me. I wish I could say goodbye to Illy before she passed, but I am out of tears. I've been crying for the past 30 minutes, and that's all I want to say. I just want to say thank you.
I met Illy a long time ago. She was one of the first people I met when I actually got my VR in the days. Now my memory is very scrambled up and I don't remember much, but I do remember I met her back then and she made me laugh a lot with that, especially with that Scottish accent. I faded out a little bit because I'm through some very depressing and tough times. So I didn't really come on more often. But later on, when I was around my lowest and I was about to end it myself, I started watching a few of Drumsy's videos where I actually saw her and I recognized her. I actually managed to join the server, and just almost from day one, I was able to meet a lot of my friends that I do consider my family. They're not just family, they are some of the closest ones I have, and I even managed to find love and got married and got children and everything, thanks to finally getting out of my shell and just joining that Discord. I don't believe I ever told Illy that it was me many years ago, because I've also changed my name many times. I just want to say thanks for making me happy back then and being the link between me at my worst to now living the life. So thank you a lot, Illy, and you will be missed.
I mean, listen, I'm like a lot of people. I saw her through a Drumsy video. I remember when the first one came out, I saw it, and something I never do was I went to the description, went to her Twitter, and the same day I'm like, oh, I need to know more about this girl. She had tweeted out, hey, I just started a new Discord server. That was the old Discord I joined, and I spent months, a year or two, just sitting in the VCs there, chilling, talking with her community, making a lot of friends. Very quickly, I mean, Illy became one of my best friends, and it was... it's insane to look back and think of the dominoes of just meeting her. She was the first person to ever commission me. She was the first person to ever pay me to be an editor, to edit her videos. Nowadays, what I do for work is I edit videos and I do graphic design. So it's crazy to look back. She always encouraged me, was just a good friend through thick and thin. Everyone has their individual stories of how she was extremely kind, or, I guess for me, the thing that has stuck out, and I've been thinking of the most since hearing of her passing, was about 5 years ago, a little over 5 years ago at this point. She introduced me to someone who would become a very good friend of mine, who she, in DMs, in VCs with the both of us, would often say, try to play matchmaker between us. And I guess somehow she knew before we did, because, we've now been dating for nearly 5 years. I don't know. It's kind of difficult to talk about, her effects on me, because it's honestly easier to look around, and it's hard to find something that she hasn't impacted in my life. It'd be harder to find something that she hasn't changed dramatically. And, I know I'm not alone in saying that, so I consider it an honor to be able to call her my friend. I'll miss her forever.
Hi, Hito. Back in 2019, 2020, people might have known me as Hedda, or Moog, as she called me. It was a nickname based off of my real name. Yeah, I mean, I knew Illy for a long time. I met her in, I think, 2016 or 17, alongside Luna on a friendly little app called Amino, which, looking back on it, is so funny. Yeah, we all met because we were all huge Sonic nerds. We used to hang out in group chats on Amino and just talk about Sonic, and ended up bonding with her a lot through that, because she was always so bubbly, so full of energy and laughter, and we'd send little voice notes and things like that. She would send songs down the mic, think herself singing down the mic, in little voice notes, and we'd send some back. Used to pretend like we were singing together, and and I know how much singing especially meant to her, and it was something she always loved to do, especially towards the end. I know that she struggled a lot with her voice and her lungs, and she couldn't sing as much as she wanted to, but music and singing was always something that was so important to her, and it was something that impacted a lot of people. I know that she had such a wonderful voice. I did have the opportunity at some point to meet her in person. I went up to Scotland for a little short holiday with some friends. We stayed in a caravan, and God, that was so much fun. We were there for like a week or so, and we spent most every night either blasting songs out of a Bluetooth speaker or playing games together, or gosh, I don't even know. She was just always so full of life and so bubbly, and she was the funniest person I think I've ever had the pleasure of knowing, and she was all of that in spite of her health issues and the struggles that she was going through. I mean, she had a lot of personal struggles as well, like health issues aside. She had a lot of problems, and yet she was always so positive all the time, and all she ever wanted to do was bring everyone else's spirits up. She was beyond the most selfless person I've ever known, and I cannot thank her enough for the impact that she's left on me and my friends, and we'll never ever forget her for that. And I'm sure she's left the same impact on so many people. It's just crazy to me that someone who spent comparatively so much little time on this earth compared to what most people get to experience, and yet she's left such an impact. Thank you, Illy, for knowing me, and I love you. Thank you.
A lot of people knew her as Illy. She knew me, and I'm Cyber. To her, I was just Holly. I've known Illy for as long as I remember. Even starting to play video games, me and her went through. We used to play on PlayStation way before VR was even in the picture. Those nights, like, I could remember them vividly. It was just endless, just fun, positivity, even in her early stages of facing her long-term health. She's touched so many lives, both on a personal level and even just in her whole community. At a point in time, we drifted apart for 2-3 years. During that time, like, just because I was dealing with my own stuff during that time, I still looked in whilst she was first getting started with Drumsy, and seeing her thrive and still being so positive despite all that she's gone through has just been like, it was just, I can't describe how much of effect she's had on so many people, and I'm so thankful for everyone around her. Even when I wasn't there, when we reconnected, I'm just so glad I did. Thankfully, I managed to meet her just before everything went sideways, and that whole time it was as if we were living next door to each other. It was just, we went on a camping trip for a week, and all that time it was just constant fun. And as Chaos previously mentioned about the pictures that he's seen on the Discord server, I was one of them in one of the pictures. The amount of dark humor was her thing. Like, despite it all, she was just so happy. Despite everything, both physical and mental, she was always there for everyone around her. I'm rambling because I've only just started to try and talk and gain the courage to, but thanks to everyone that has spoken already. I just wanted to put my 2 cents there. Thank you so much, Illy. Just being there when a lot of people wouldn't. I'm gonna miss you so much. Sorry, I think I can't continue, sorry. But thank you again.
My name's Maya. I actually didn't meet her first. I met her mom outside of my work, and I work in a hospital. When I met her mom, she mistook me for someone else, and we ended up talking. And if I didn't know about Drumsy first, I would never have even met her. She was like the most positive impact on my life that I've had, and probably the only real friend I've had in real life. Every single time I went to see her when she was in hospital, I'd finish work at 7 o'clock at night, pop in and say hi before she went to bed and say, "Hi, I'm still here." We hung out every single day pretty much, sitting next to her, talking to her, making her laugh. It was probably the best time of my life. And during that time we went to see the FNAF 2 movie in person, and we got to see it on the opening night, and it was the best time I've ever had. going out, went to the shops, got her stuff, and I was pushing her in her wheelchair, and I was holding all the stuff. I was like, I can't hold everything else and push you. And she says, it's fine. I can still move my legs, and starts pushing herself along. I just want to say thanks to everyone who was there, as I only knew her for 6 months. Well, around 6 months. And you all knew her longer, and were there for her for longer. It was the best time I've had. Thanks.
Hello, my name is, well, my username here is Mulgarath, but I haven't really gone by that in a very long time. I'm Tanena or just Reyna. I joined the server, like the old server, back when that was still open. I can't remember exactly a lot from that time. I was in a pretty difficult headspace at the time, but just being able to talk to everyone in the community and occasionally getting to talk to Illy was a lot more than I probably could have asked for at the time, and it was very helpful. One of the things that got me was the fact that she knew about her own limited time on this planet, and that kind of provoked me into getting my own together as well, because I had been kind of lying to myself for a very long time, trying to convince myself I was this form of normal. But seeing her and hearing her and just being herself kind of just got me to stop lying as much. I still have a lot of room to go, but I'm in a much better place now because of my time in the server, as limited as that was.
My name is Nerlik, and I'm not the best with speeches, but I'll try my best. I didn't know Illy as well as everyone else did, but I found her through Drumsy, like many. Just remember falling in love with her energetic, energy. She was funny, quirky, a bit loud, and then I remember finding her Twitch streams and then watching her on there, and even made me make an account to chat with her and all that. And if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have branched out and found so many people I can call friends. I was away from the community for a while because of life stuff. Just didn't keep up in the Discord as much as I wish I would have, but was always keeping up with her on Twitter and stuff and cheering her on. And she was always just such a kind, energy person. Even in her toughest moments, she bounced back and just kept going and found ways to make people laugh and smile, and Drumsy's videos and on streams and all that. Never thought I'd have to do a kind of speech like this, but thank you, Illy, for everything you've done. We're all gonna miss you a lot, but you'll never be forgotten. We'll love you, Illy.
I'm Biz. I got to know Illy a few years ago. Started out when she was on Drumsy, and absolutely idolized her. She was the best, just stole the show every single time. And so when the opportunity came up a few years ago to commission art from her, I let her jump in it right away. I'm like, oh my god. And something amazing happened afterwards. We just kept in touch. She just wanted to be friends with everyone. And she was amazing. Testament to how many friends she had. All the people in front of me, all the people on Discord, the mountain of money that have been raised since she's been gone. It's amazing. She really was just the sweetest, just the most positive person ever. And I'm sure even if she had more time with us, she wouldn't be any different. She'd still want to be friends with everyone, still want to do everything, help causes a lot, and we're all gonna miss her a lot.
I'm Jack. I didn't really know Illy, but I remember watching when she kind of first came into Drumsy, and I've watched Drumsy for years and years, and when I saw her, I almost about died laughing on the floor, because she just gave everyone so much happiness. She was that one person that we all kind of needed in our life. Like, I'm gonna define her as the definition of happiness and kindness because she truly did. Like, she like lived up to that stuff. But it's really terrible that we lost someone like this, and I don't think a lot of us are really gonna recover. Kind of be supportive with each other, kind of like how she was. You know, everyone's like that they're not alone. And that's just all I could think of. Thank you. We miss you, Illy.
I'm not much of a speaker, so keep this short, but we all know how amazing Illy was. I wish I could have known her for longer, but she's, the reason why myself, along with probably most of us, have gotten into VR chat. I have some really bad social anxiety, and it's through this platform that I'm able to improve on that and get to know more people, and that's something I honestly wouldn't have done if not introduced to it through her. And for that, I'll always be thankful, and I'm just sad that she won't be able to see where I go or where any of us go in the future. She will be loved, and that's it.
I knew Illy since just after the COVID restrictions were lifted back here in the UK. We met again, as most people here through Drumsy. We got along really well, talking about like our illnesses, the odd vent to each other, and exploring numerous worlds in No Man's Sky. She absolutely adored the creativity and the worlds on there. She was the one you'd expect to be extremely chaotic on and off screen, but one thing for certain is that she loved everyone extremely deeply that she came to know and come into contact with. Her limitations, and knowing that she couldn't live a life like most people, didn't stop her from doing what she loved. And, as many of you have stated, she's left a lasting mark, not only on the art chat itself, but millions of people across the planet who've seen the videos. A legacy will live on. I hope that she rests in paradise, free from the pain that, crippled her while she was here. And I just want to say, from me, Abby, and our son Noah, we just want to express our deepest thanks to Illy, and we'll miss you tons. We love you loads.
Hi, I'm Winky. Like I said before, I found Illy from Drumsy. She was always just so contagious to make me smile. Probably like most of us, or all of us. I joined the server back 2024, back on my old account. I was active a little bit, but still, Joey's and all of you guys always made it feel like family. And I hope that we can keep just hanging out like this some other times and keep letting her legacy live on. Thank you.
Hi, Illy. It's been some times. I've been here for quite a long time as a moderator on your servers. The amount of shit that we've been through altogether is first server being nuked, second one being nuked as well, rebuilding 2 communities from scratch out of it. Chaos, we're here. You remember all this stuff. That was fun. I met so many people around that community for a while. It's been amazing years. The amount of people that she touched, she managed to bring so many people together, and just today as an event is the perfect example of that. There's a lot more people that came than I anticipated. I'm really glad to have a team that has been able to put something like this. Talon, me, all the people. There's also somebody called Puppy Kiro that also helped a lot with this. You left so much with people around you, whether it's going to be online, via the videos, via the awareness of your illness. You brought so much good in the world that you will really be missed out of that. Your legacy will be left on forever on a lot of people. You probably change many people all around. You brought something in this world that will never be on the same level. And I'm really glad to have met you, to have supported you, to have continued to improve the community that you created over the years. It was really, really fun with all the years, and I'm glad to have you. So, see you another time. We'll see you again in a few years, many more, I hope. But I'm sure that we're probably gonna be meeting. Have a good one, Illy. Rest well, and See you into the next one.
Hey, chat. This isn't goodbye. This is her choosing rest.